The Bennett family's 140-pound cane corso, Hector, was acting like a monster at 3 a.m. They thought he was losing his mind, but what the vet discovered behind his exhaustion changed everything forever. Hector was not just a dog. He was a living fortress, a 140-pound wall of pure muscle and jet black fur that stood between the Bennett family and the world. For years, he patrolled their estate with the precision of a soldier, but lately, a shadow had fallen over their guardian. The Bennetts noticed Hector was trembling, his massive legs shaking after every patrol, and his breathing becoming a heavy labor that echoed through the hallways. He was restless, pacing the floors at 2:47 a.m. with a desperate urgency, whining at the door like a soul possessed. When they tried to leash him, he let out blood-curdling barks that rattled the windows, refusing to rest. Terrified their protector was losing his stability, they rushed him to a specialized clinic. Sarah Bennett whispered to the vet, "He's more than just a dog. Money is no object. Just save him." The vet spent hours analyzing every drop of blood while Hector sat there, a fallen king with weary eyes. Finally, the doctor emerged with a heavy sigh, looking at David Bennett. He explained that Hector was suffering from severe clinical depression and extreme physical exhaustion. His muscles were dangerously strained from the constant, brutal tension of being on high alert. David stood up and blurted, "But he won't listen. He screams if we lock him in. He refuses to sleep. He just wants to patrol all night." The vet let out a soft laugh. "It's because he has dedicated his soul to you," the doctor explained. "No matter how much his body screams in pain, his instinct to keep you safe is louder. He is working himself to death because he loves you too much to close his eyes." If you're watching this and haven't subscribed yet, I have to say I'm a little heartbroken. Stories like this need your support. Hit that subscribe button right now. You won't regret it. Now, back to what happened next. The vet suggested a radical idea. Hector was lonely in his burden. He needed a partner to share the weight of the world. He told them about a high-kill shelter nearby. The Bennetts, desperate to save their friend, drove straight there. They entered the cold, sterile environment, the air thick with the smell of concrete and the echoes of barking dogs who had given up hope. The workers shook his head when they asked for a male guardian. "I'm sorry," he said, "we don't have any male cane corsos." But Hector's nose was already hitting the air, his tail stiffening like a steel rod. Hector lunged forward with a primal magnetism that Sarah couldn't contain. The leash slipped from her hand, the leather burning her palm as the 140-pound powerhouse bolted down the narrow, dimly lit hallway. Sarah screamed his name, her heart hammering like a trapped bird. She chased him, her boots skidding on the linoleum, but the shelter worker caught her arm. "Please, stop, wait," he shouted. Hector had stopped dead in front of a heavy iron gate, his massive head pressed against the cold bars. He wasn't barking. He was standing as still as a statue, his breath fogging the air. Sarah and David caught up and watched in stunned silence as the worker whispered, "Look inside. There's a female cane corso in there, and she has 3 tiny puppies." The room fell silent, the kind of heavy silence that makes your skin tingle. Slowly, the worker unlocked the cage. Inside was Hecate, a beautiful, scarred female who looked like she had survived 1,000 storms. Her ribs jutted out like prison bars beneath paper-thin skin, and her eyes were filled with the haunting shadows of abandonment. But as Hector stepped into the enclosure, the atmosphere shifted instantly. Time fractured. Reality seemed to glitch as these 2 massive creatures touched noses. It wasn't just a greeting, it was a fusion of 2 souls. Hecate, who had been defensive and terrified, let out a long, shuddering breath and leaned into Hector's chest. The universe seemed to exhale with them. Sarah felt tears streaming down her face as she saw Hector begin to gently lick the tiny, blind puppies. He wasn't just a guard dog anymore, he was a father. Sarah leaned into the worker's ear and asked, "Can we take her? Can we take them all?" The worker looked at the dogs already playing a silent game of trust. "She needs her babies," he said, "but if you take one, you take the whole family." Without a second's hesitation, the Bennett family grabbed the paperwork. They weren't just bringing home a dog to help Hector, they were bringing home Hector's reason for living. As they walked out, Hector walked taller than he ever had, his weariness replaced by a new, focused energy that radiated from every muscle. He had found his pack, and for the first time in years, the tension in his massive shoulders began to melt away, replaced by the pride of a patriarch. In the days that followed, Hector underwent a transformation that defied everything the family knew. He suddenly stopped his obsessive patrolling. He didn't pace the fences or bark at the wind. Instead, he stayed rooted to the floor, his massive body curled around Hecate and their puppies. The Bennetts were baffled. Was he giving up? They called the vet in a panic, explaining that their super guard had become a couch potato. The vet's voice came through with a calm, triumphant tone. "He hasn't stopped guarding you," the doctor explained. "He's just changed his strategy. Before, he was a scout, trying to stop a threat miles away because he had nothing to lose. But now, he has a family. He's shifted from a scout to a sentinel. He stays by your side because he's decided that if a threat comes, he will deal with it when it reaches the doorstep. It's a massive display of confidence and power. He isn't worried about the shadows. He is the shadow the intruders should fear." Every night now, the scene is the same. Hector does 2 quick, efficient sweeps of the house, his muscles rippling under his velvet fur, and then he returns to his post next to Hecate. He spends hours gently cleaning the puppies, his massive tongue showing a tenderness that brings the Bennett family to tears. He finally sleeps. He finally rests, because he knows he isn't alone in the dark anymore. Hector taught the Bennetts that the strongest protector isn't the one who runs the most, but the one who has the most to live for. Today, the puppies are thriving, Hecate's coat shines like polished obsidian, and Hector stands as the patriarch of a beautiful, fierce, and loving pack. Their home isn't just guarded by a dog, it's protected by a miracle of love and instinct. What would you do in this situation? Tell me in the comments below.